Hey there! Are you ready to take your English skills to the next level? Today, I'm challenging you to think in English for the next 30 days. Yep, 30 days of breaking free from mental translations and letting English flow naturally. Sounds exciting, right? Well, stick around because I'm going to share some super practical tips on how to get started and show you the amazing benefits that come with it. Trust me, by the end of this challenge, you won't just think in English, you'll live it. First things first, what does it mean to think in English? Well, it's all about training your brain to form thoughts, organize ideas, and even speak to yourself in English, instead of first thinking in your native language and translating. Think of it as rewiring your brain to process everything in English automatically. Sounds tough? Don't worry. We're going to break it down step by step. All right, here's how we're going to tackle this challenge. For the first few days, try narrating your actions in English. For example, when you're making coffee, say to yourself, "I'm boiling water. Now I'll grab the coffee mug." By doing this, you're training your brain to form simple sentences in English as you go about your day. Set reminders on your devices in English. Every time you see "check your email" or "time to drink water," it's a chance to engage with the language. You could also stick Post-it notes around your home with the names of objects written in English. Trust me, these little habits add up. When you're outside, describe the things you see in English. For example, "It's a sunny day and the sky is clear." Or, when you're in the grocery store, think about your shopping list in English. These tiny shifts help make English part of your natural thought process. Thinking in English for 30 days can completely transform the way you approach the language. This challenge isn't just about practicing a skill, it's about rewiring your brain to engage with English naturally, like second nature. By immersing yourself in this process, you eliminate the habit of mentally translating everything from your native language. Instead, you develop the ability to think faster, express yourself with greater confidence, and genuinely enjoy the learning experience. The idea might feel a little intimidating at first, but with dedication and small, consistent steps, anyone can achieve it. Remember, this is not a race to perfection, but a chance to savor those moments when your thoughts begin to flow effortlessly in English. The best way to start is by using English in your daily life. Begin with small, easy tasks and slowly build up. For example, talk about your daily activities in English. When you're brushing your teeth, you can say things like, "I'm squeezing the toothpaste," or "I'll rinse my mouth now." These simple habits help your brain get used to thinking in English naturally. Also, when you go for a walk, look at what's around you and describe it in English. You can say things like, "The breeze feels nice," or "The flowers look so pretty." These small daily moments, even if they seem unimportant, help train your brain to think in English without trying too hard. One overlooked but powerful tool in this challenge is mental storytelling. Try creating small stories about your day in English. For example, after you come home, think back on what happened during the day and narrate it to yourself like you're telling a friend. It could sound like this. "I went to the cafe near my office today. I ordered a latte, but they were out of my favorite pastry, so I tried something new. It was delicious." By turning your experiences into short mental narratives, You strengthen your ability to construct sentences and expand your vocabulary organically. The biggest worry that stops language learners from speaking is the fear of making mistakes. It's important to deal with this concern. Being afraid of mistakes makes many people pause or feel unsure when they speak. But thinking in English gives you a safe space where no one will judge you. Mistakes are a normal part of learning because they help you grow. If you don't know a word, don't panic. Instead, describe it using simple words. For example, if you forget the word umbrella, you can say, the thing you use to protect yourself from rain. These moments of trying and learning help your brain remember the right words over time. Another way to make this challenge more fun is to turn it into a game. You can give yourself small tasks that feel more like playful exercises than serious practice. For example, while riding a bus or walking to work, you can try to name 5 things you see in English. You might say, a red car, a tall tree, or a person with a backpack. This simple task helps your brain stay active in English while making your surroundings more interesting. You can also make it creative by choosing a topic for the day. For instance, pick food as your theme and think only about food-related words. If you're in your kitchen, you can name items you see like spoon, plate, or apple. You could also try making short sentences like, I'm cutting a tomato, or I need to cook rice for dinner. Another day, you might choose animals as your theme and think about names of pets, wild animals, or even describe animals you see around you. This gives your brain something new and exciting to focus on each day. These small challenges make learning feel less like work and more like a personal game you're playing. They also give you a sense of achievement. Every time you finish one, you'll feel proud of yourself. For example, if your goal is to think of things during your commute in English and you succeed, you'll feel motivated to try again tomorrow. It's like collecting small wins every day, and these wins push you to keep going, even when it feels hard. To make it even more fun, you can reward yourself for completing challenges. For example, after naming 5 things in English or sticking to your chosen theme, you might treat yourself to a chocolate, take a short break, or watch a video you enjoy. Rewards like these make the process enjoyable and give you something to look forward to. Visualization is another technique that can take your immersion to the next level. If you're not in an English-speaking environment, create one in your imagination. Picture yourself in various scenarios, like being at an airport, ordering at a restaurant, or even chatting with a friend. Think about what you'd say, how you'd respond to questions, and even the body language you'd use. For instance, imagine yourself at a bookstore. Practice sentences like, "Excuse me, can you recommend a good mystery novel?" Mental rehearsals like these prepare your brain for real-life situations and build your conversational fluency over time. Surround yourself with as much English content as possible. Tune into podcasts that match your interests, or watch videos with English subtitles like you're listening now, while cooking or commuting. Even if some words slip past you, your brain picks up on sentence structures, rhythms, and intonations. For those who prefer visual learning, enable subtitles while watching movies or TV series. Try reading along with the dialogue and mimicking the actors when appropriate. This not only fine-tunes your pronunciation, but also helps you absorb idiomatic expressions. Don't underestimate the value of building a supportive community. Even if you don't have English-speaking friends around you, there are plenty of online communities where language learners share experiences and tips. Consider joining a social media group or participating in language exchange platforms where you can practice writing or speaking English in a friendly environment. If you're feeling adventurous, find a language buddy and agree to do daily or weekly practice sessions. These interactions not only reinforce what you're learning, but also keep the challenge lively and interactive. The rewards of this Thinking in English for 30 Days challenge are huge. When you stop translating everything in your mind, speaking becomes easier and quicker. You won't have to pause and think about what to say. Instead, words will come to you more easily, and your sentences will flow naturally. This will also make you feel more confident, which will help you join conversations, whether at work or with friends. You'll also find that the more you think in English, the faster you learn new words. Words that seemed difficult before will start to feel normal because you're using them in your thoughts every day. This daily practice makes the language a part of your routine and helps you improve step by step. Most importantly, there's a deeper psychological shift that comes with thinking in English. You stop seeing it as a foreign language and start feeling like a true English speaker. That mental shift empowers you to take bolder steps, like joining webinars, giving a short introduction in meetings, or striking up conversations with new people. Over time, you'll look back and realize that this practice isn't just about learning a language. It's about adopting a new perspective and expanding your world. There will be days when it feels like nothing is clicking, and moments when you feel like giving up. But these moments are temporary. Celebrate small victories, like completing your first diary entry in English, or successfully narrating your morning routine. Each milestone is proof of your growth, and once you notice the subtle breakthroughs, like understanding a sentence without effort, you'll feel an immense sense of accomplishment. Imagine yourself 30 days from now. You could be forming entire paragraphs in English, crafting thoughtful text messages without relying on translation apps or even dreaming in English. This challenge is your chance to make that vision a reality. It's not about where you start, but how consistent and dedicated you are along the way. Small actions, repeated daily, can lead to massive transformations. Believe in your ability to grow, trust the process, and remember to enjoy every step of the way. Now, we're doing a deep dive into some amazing advanced English words from today's video. These words will not only boost your vocabulary, but also help you sound more fluent and confident. I'll explain what they mean and use them in example sentences so that you can start using them from today. Are you ready? Let's go. All right, our first word is transform. Now, transform is a powerful word. That means to completely change something, usually for the better. For example, you could say, taking on this English challenge can transform your ability to communicate. Notice how strong and positive this word feels. It's perfect when you're talking about major improvements or life changes. Next word is rewiring. It means changing the way something is connected or structured. We often use it to describe habits or even thought patterns that we want to change. For example, you could say, "This challenge helps in rewiring your brain to naturally think in English." Doesn't that sound exciting? It's a great metaphor for learning something new and changing the way you think. Moving on, we have the word momentum. Now, this is all about building energy and moving forward. Momentum happens when you're in a flow, making steady progress. For example, you could say, by practicing English daily, you build momentum that keeps you motivated to learn more. Trust me, once you start gaining momentum, it's hard to stop, and that's a good thing. And now we arrive at immersion. Means being deeply involved or surrounded by something. You could say something like, immersion in an English-speaking environment helps you learn faster. Next, we have visualization. Means the act of imagining or seeing something in your mind. Here's an example sentence. Visualization can help you feel more confident in real situations, like ordering food in English. Moving on, we have the word achievement. Means something that you do successfully, especially after trying hard. For example, completing your English challenge every day is a great achievement. And then we have techniques. Means special ways or methods used to do something. You could say something like, one of the techniques for learning English is imagining real-life situations. Here's a creative one, scenario. Means a situation or a scene usually imagined. Here's an example sentence. Imagine a scenario where you are talking to a waiter in a restaurant. Moving on, we have the word rehearsal. Means practicing something to prepare for doing it later. You could say something like, mental rehearsals of conversations will make you more fluent. Here's an important one. For all language learners, fluency means the ability to speak a language easily and smoothly. For example, thinking in English every day improves your fluency over time. The next one is consistent. Means happening regularly and steadily over time. You could say something like, consistent practice is the key to improving your English skills. Moving on, we have the word perspective. Means the way of thinking or seeing something. For example, thinking in English can give you a new perspective on learning languages. Next up is the word narrating. Means describing or telling a story about something. You could say something like, practice narrating your day-to-day activities in English. We're almost there. Our next word is breakthrough. This means major improvement or discovery that helps solve a problem. Here's an example sentence. Understanding a full English sentence without translating it is a huge breakthrough. Last but not least, expanding means making something bigger or larger. You could say something like, learning English will help in expanding your opportunities to travel and work. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you're feeling inspired and ready to take on the 30-day challenge to start thinking in English. Remember, every effort you put in, no matter how small, brings you closer to fluency. Don't forget to celebrate your progress along the way. whether it's a single thought in English or a full diary entry. I would love to hear from you. Share your progress, favorite tips, or even new words you've learned in the comments below. Your experiences can inspire others who are on the same path. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss my next language learning video. Share it with a friend who's also working on their English skills. You're doing an amazing job, and I can't wait to see how far you'll go. Keep practicing, stay consistent, and I'll see you in the next video.